Welcome to Hardcore Garage. It's Wednesday morning, 7:30-ish. On my way to my warehouse. It's about an hour drive. I decided to take the S10 to work today, the 93. It's going to rain a little bit, but all I'm doing is just picking up some stuff, so it's usually not a bad day to drive the S10. Extended cabs are where it's at. Long cab, as I like to say. But I know in some of my previous videos I talked about, I think, my first three vehicles that I had. A Fiat 72 GMC and an 87 Escort. When I graduated, I had the Escort. I'm not sure. I think I was driving a Aerostar van at the time because we were modifying the heck out of the Escort. If you've seen the pictures of it, chop top, convertible, all that good stuff. So when I went to college, my parents gave me the 85 ASC. Yes, I lived a privileged life. What am I going to do? Complain about it? Anyway, I was there for maybe, I don't know, my first 2 quarters or so, and I got into an accident in a traffic circle. Zero experience in a traffic circle. It was my first time. I changed lanes going around the traffic circle, and I whacked somebody and took out the passenger's door. So the car got taken back away from me, and I bought my 89 S10. First vehicle straight off the lot. For me, anyway. It was a base model, 0 options, white, dark gray interior. It did have, well, it was an 89, so of course it had the dash vents and all that shit, but didn't have AC, no power steering. Did have power brakes. I don't even remember. I'm pretty sure it was a radio delete. Didn't have a radio when I got it. I later on put an Alpine pull out because that was that era. But that truck got lowered. I think I had 185 miles on it. I was going to school in Dayton, Ohio. Bought the truck where I live in Chillicothe. And I drove it straight up to the shop and had it lowered. At 185 miles, of course, it was back then, the way the shops that were lowering vehicles, they had a set of springs from the last vehicle that they had lowered. They cut those springs, coil and a half, 3 inches, what it was. And they would have them set that set of springs for the next vehicle to come in, and they would throw a set of 4-inch blocks on the back. I don't even remember what it cost, $150 or something like that. They had it for 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever. That included, they aligned it whenever they did it. I think it might even have been an alignment shop up in Dayton that were doing them. But then I had a lowrider almost instantly, you know, and that's what we called them, lowriders. Don't get your panties all twisted. I don't give a damn if somebody calls it a lowrider. I still call any lowered vehicle a lowrider, because at the very basics of things, that's what it is. Anyway, back to the conversation. I think I had the truck a couple of weeks, and I got my first credit card. Good year, and I got my first set of American Racing. It was like the Renault R9s, whatever the American Racing version of those was, and some 195 5015s on some 15x8s. So I was rolling. Quite a bit of fender gap there, but that's just the way that it was back in the day. And when you got your low profile tires, it usually dropped the truck another couple inches. So then dragging, you know, I understand all the people want to drag nowadays. You know, I don't, but back then that's what we did, man. We thought it was pretty awesome that our, you know, trucks were low enough to drag over speed bumps and different areas in the road. We hadn't got to the point to taking out road reflectors or anything like that yet, but it was still a good time. Then I started working on started working on the stereo next. I got that Alpine pullout that I was talking about, and I got 2 Bazooka 10s that were ridiculously big in a standard cab. I had to have the bench seat all the way forward. I was cramped as hell, but I had some serious boom. They were run off a Punch 150, so it was slamming hard for 1989. Whenever you would pull over and open the door somewhere in the parking lot, it would sound better though. But anyway, that was kind of how I started, you know, getting into the mini truck era of things. I had always kind of been into, you know, the style of custom cars regardless. You know, my dad was a custom car guy, so we always had special shit around. But anyway, I'd like to hear some of y'all's stories. Tag me or send me a link. Love to hear it, man. Y'all take it easy. I'm gonna keep driving, get my work done, prep for the weekend, keep on trucking.